Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, first game here between RKF versus ManaSurge, and it's gonna be Raxael representing RKF, Bjorn there gonna be from ManaSurge, and he's the captain. He's gonna lead the fray here, and wow, we have a pretty exciting matchup here.
So Babael, what do you think of this matchup? I find that Shaman versus Hunter is a horrible matchup for Shaman.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a lucky draw. And unfortunately for Raxael, I think he actually picked into the shorter straw, because a Shaman against a Hunter, I mean, we're again assuming that this is the aggro Hunter, but it could be anything here, so we don't know what's gonna happen. But specifically, right, let's assume that it's an aggro Hunter. The Shaman is in a really bad spot, because we all know that the Shaman don't have much of a taunt, and your board control for Shaman really come in very late as compared to some of the other classes. So yeah, I think that the Hunter is in a very good spot. This is like a little bit of a scissors paper stone, but it's the first game, and if Raxael wins, even if Raxael wins, Bjorn's gonna have to come back with a second class, except for the Hunter. So yeah, first game here, guys.
So we have the opening hands for each player.
Yeah, we do.
I like that Bjorn kept his tracking first, because he doesn't have a strong first or second turn at the moment. It would help him draw one of his charge minions.
Yep, for sure, that's gonna help him a lot. Generally want to keep tracking, because it's such a useful card, and it's actually pretty interesting if Bjorn runs Starving Buzzard. I think this is gonna be the standard Starving Buzzard UTH combo, but seeing that there's a few Animal Companion, I don't know, I don't run Animal Companion in my own Hunter deck, which is why I'm kinda not rank 5, but maybe it's one of the main reasons there. But yeah, double Hunter Smug, that's pretty interesting. But again, you gotta agree with me, Katips, that Raxael has a fantastic starting hand here. He's got
that is probably the best opening he can ask for himself. Look at his hand; he has everything he needs to stop an early Hunter, and it's very unlucky for Bjorn that he doesn't have his early rush. He's getting all of the wrong cards at the moment.
Yep, he is, and that's very regrettable for him. But it's okay. Leo comes out of Animal Companion. Would have preferred if it was Misha, the big old bear, Lady Bear there. But Bjorn gets Blue Gill Torpedo. He can play this. However, it's not going to kill anything, and because of Flame Tongue there, it probably also means that unless he kills the Flame Tongue, those totems going to hurt, man.
Yeah, he got the best possible set in that opening hand. He got Nat, he had Flame Tongue, followed by Mana Tide, giving him a gigantic card advantage right now. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards to Bjorn's 6. So he has a significant card advantage at the moment, with 2 of the best card generators in the game on board right now with Flame Tongue. That's a very dangerous board to have.
Yep, it is. It's just really good stuff. Do know the casters here, we do not know the deck list, because it doesn't matter. They're probably going to change the deck list after every game. So yeah, in case you guys are wondering what's happening here, it's actually the standoff. We have 2 teams having a bit of a fight here. I actually like this play. Of course, Luck buffs up the Blue Gill Torpedo to just pick up the very nice Flame Tongue totem there. Raxael is in a bit of a tough spot right now. He does get a Mana Tide totem, which is just so good in terms of card draw. So yeah,
chance to draw 2 cards at the end of every turn is gigantic advantage. It's just how he's going to be smartly using the rest of his cards in his hand, making sure he plays something smart, something strong every turn, just so he doesn't lock himself out of more cards.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to start using those cards, and there we go. Nat Piggle gonna take a bit of beating there, but yep, he picks up the Blue Gill Torpedo, draws 1 card and only 1 card. But it's, yeah, we're actually talking like 1 card's no big deal, but it is actually a lot of deal there. I'm just afraid that Raxael might actually go into a bit of a milling problem here, in which he starts burning cards. Don't want to see that happen.
Yeah, exactly. And at the moment, it's actually not working in his advantage that Bjorn is drawing properly, because he now has a lot of removal in his hand. He has Black Knight, he has a couple of Rock Biters. He has nothing to use them on. It would be a waste to use the Rock Biters and Nat and the Mana Tide Totem at the moment. So Bjorn making a decision with his tracking to choose Unleash the Hounds, which would help him. I'm not sure. What do you think of him playing it right? Oh, well, he does go and play it right now. So it gives him back the card disadvantage and tries to make up for it by drawing 3 more cards with the 3 dogs.
Yeah.
So let's see who he chooses to clear. He's probably going to take out Nat. That's an easy decision to take him out.
Yeah, the thing is, the real question here is, does he use the Hunter's Command? I would personally
Yeah.
prefer if he goes ahead and use it, but the thing is, he needs to understand that there's always a chance that Raxael's hand has got Lightning Storm, and if you look that direction, yep, he does have that. So
Yeah.
those dogs are probably gonna die, and maybe if you just make sure to use the dogs to clear the board a little bit, it would kind of discourage Raxael from using the Lightning Storm, which is perfect in that sense. So yep, I think he's actually gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah. He has to put a stop to the bleeding of cards in Raxael's favor, because having two card generators in one board with nothing to stop them earlier was a little bit of an advantage for him. As you can see, it's paid off big for him. He's gotten to draw Fire Elemental. He's gotten to draw Lightning Storm, which will come in very handy in the next few turns.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good news here for Raxael. The thing is, the board now just heavily swung in favor of Bjorn. All the cut draw mechanics kind of addressed already. Raxael lagging so hard I couldn't see anything change on his screen. But
Yeah, same.
it's like it kind of froze there. I hope it's going to reconnect. But yeah. Generally, guys, in case you're wondering what's happening or why is there lag, it's because we are using a form of screen grab. It's called TeamViewer. You can go try it out. It's pretty good. But nothing beats spectator mode, so yeah, actually silencing Leok here, I don't think I agree with that.
I would have gone for Buzzard myself. He could have, Raxael doesn't know, but he could have had another Unleash the Hounds in his hand and make use of Starving Buzzard. But I guess he was deciding to use Argus to take him out.
Yeah, for sure, storming in that kind of situation is probably not going to work out for him, because you don't want to waste a storm on stuff that basically are kind of already used up here. But the thing is, because he decides to use Argus to pick off the Buzzard, I think that's still okay. It's just that he used this silence on Leok just to make sure that Argus doesn't die here. But it seems pretty clear to me that we would probably be looking at some form of kill command coming in soon. And if you look again in the hands of Bjorn, it does have double Timberwolf, which is going to mean a lot. That's going to buff up a total of extra 2 damage per minion there on the board, because both of them are beast. That's 4. So effectively, if he goes for that play, he can deal maybe 7 damage. He actually is going to play Misdirection. Misdirection is fine, seeing how there's a lack of option here. But
I actually like Misdirection as a play a lot, because he's going to deal with Argus at the moment with one of the dogs for sure, and which leaves him Chillwind Yeti. Chillwind Yeti on the board is, as we all know, is one of the MVPs of the neutrals. He chose not to.
Yeah, he didn't.
He chose not to kill. I guess he's hoping for another Unleash the Hounds, making sure to get that extra dog, and then putting down Timberwolf for extra burst.
I actually thought that playing Misdirection, I mean, you're right, it could actually work here, but because there's so many minions on the board, it actually again kind of kills our kind of favor there. But Misdirection was played because he had 2 in hand, and some of the other cards he wanted to save up, so it kind of worked in the sense like he's got nothing else to play, and this guy extra mana, so why not, right?
Yeah,
and
that's right.
That's the case. But here comes the storm. Actually, this is gonna work out so well for Bjorn, because the Yeti is gonna turn sides and whack on Raxael, which means he could probably be dead very soon.
But very lucky, very fortuitous now to have that Misdirection earlier, because now it's an automatic 4 damage for Raxael if he attacks. That's probably what he's thinking about right now. That's why he's not attacking yet.
Yeah, I think maybe Raxael knows what's up here, and he could be figuring out that this is a Misdirection. Okay, he decides to fall for it anyway, so that's gonna be dealing 4 damage straight up to the Shaman there.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna put him under 10 and in a very dangerous situation. If Bjorn had both kill commands in hand, he would have won right now.
Exactly. So yeah, nail biting it is, but seems like Bjorn's gonna win the first series here in the ManaSurge RKF standoff here.
And he has another Misdirection to fend off whatever Raxael has on his hand. Even if he has the best 6-drop in the game at the moment in his hand, he hasn't played Fire Elemental yet. Having Misdirection on his side is kind of a guarantee. He can just sit back right now, just play Leper Gnome, have it be the 2 damage threat, use hero power, put Misdirection out, and it's basically his in the next 2 turns since he has kill command for next turn also.
Yeah. And again, if the Yeti betrays the Shaman here, we could effectively be looking at the first game over. But again, Raxael's cam is just stuck right now, and
yeah,
I think the connection has been lost. Just trying to reconnect. I'm kind of amused that we kind of still have video feed for stream, even though it's kind of stuck there. But oh yeah, you know, this is why we need spec mode, but it's okay. We've been there. We've been through this already. See, I actually kind of like also this this Hunter's Mark play by Bjorn. This actually made sure. Oh, there we go. Raxael's gone. This actually kind of makes sure that if the misdirection procs on 4-1, it's probably gonna kill the Yeti anyway. So does it? Yep, it is actually gonna kill the Yeti.
That is I really like his use of Hunter's Mark there. You're right, because in case it misses, it goes straight for his totem and kills him. Very unlucky totem. He could have gotten the taunt one and probably stemmed off another turn for himself, but unfortunately, it didn't work for him.
Yep, it didn't, and that's it. Kill command, and we have a victory here for Bjorn. Bjorn, oh my god. The captain, man, it's in the fray. Raxael's down, and it seems like the Shaman is out here for RKF. Wow, what a game it is.
That's a very crushing blow for Team ManaSurge, because losing Shaman means losing one of the best ways to have a mid-range control. If they're favoring, since they lost Druid and now they've lost Shaman, they're now left with a few choices left to have control. They have Warrior, they have possible of mid-range Hunter, they have a possibility of Control Priest. So they're running out of options for control if that's their preferred way of playing. So that choice of going aggro worked out very, very well for them.
Yeah, it really is such a good spot here for Team ManaSurge. RKF not so good, and now the Shaman's out. We all know ManaSurge will still have to play the Hunter stack, but do you think he's actually going to change up to a bit of a mid-range Hunter? Maybe you can see some King Crush action? Do you think that's actually going to work out?
I'd love to see King Crush. Whenever it's his entrance into the game, his entrance animation is very entertaining. I like the whole Jurassic Park stomping in the background before he comes up on screen. So I would love to see a King Crush in play. So would be very interesting if he decides to change into a mid-range Hunter, because it actually really worked out for them. Aggro Hunter versus Shaman is one of the absolute best possible matchups as the Hunter. It's almost unfair how much of an advantage, because you can see, you even saw it earlier. He had a very bad draw. He had none of his charged creatures in hand for the first few turns, and yet he still pulled out with a convincing win. So
yeah, that's it.